So real quick for ingredients, we have the this is what I did to get the almonds that are crushed here. Is I soaked them in water overnight. You can even do them for a few hours and they'll still get soft. My almonds that I peeled, and then I cut them up with a knife on a cutting board, and that's how I got those. I have my dark chocolates here. I'm purposely using dark chocolates because dark chocolates are a lot healthier than milk chocolates. They are really good for even, believe it or not, to losing some weight. So it's not going to drop off like 50 pounds or something, but it really does help in not packing on the pounds. Here I have some coconut. These are sweetened coconuts. You can also use unsweetened. But for this I'm using sweetened. Here I have some walnuts that I crushed up. I put them in a Ziploc bag and then crushed them with a spoon. So you don't really want big chunks, you just want kind of like medium chunks to small. I mean, they don't have to be perfect. Here I have some sun-dried cranberries. These are absolutely amazing. Even if you're not a cranberry fan, trust me, this snack will make you love cranberries. So this is definitely a must-have. If you don't want to use cranberries because you're allergic or whatever, you could use sun-dried raisins, you could use golden raisins, you can use sun-dried cherries, whatever you want. Here we have flax seed. I've been getting flax seed for a while now. I love it in like everything. I grated it down into a powder, so you can mince it down to a powder or you can use them just as is. I'm super excited about this because I've been waiting to make this. I already sent out a recipe for a couple of my friends and families, but this is a chocolate snack that you can have that's actually going to be healthy for you. You can munch on this as much as you want. And it's one of my favorites. I used to make it when I was younger, and I'm actually really excited because I spruced up my own recipe and I've made it to where it's even more it's more enjoyable because it has a lot more healthy factors into it. This is something great to make with your kids. You can make bars or you can make little like tiny cluster balls. So what we're going to do is we're going to take at least a half cup of almonds. Going to throw that in there. We're going to take a half cup of walnuts, throw that in there. We're going to take about a cup of cranberries, throw that in there. And I would go about like handfuls because this is a full like quarter cup, so we're going to try out to do about 2 and then 3 and then 4 handfuls, because what we're going to do is this kind of acts like flour, so it's really going to help bring the clusters together or the bars together. So we want to be able to save a little bit for later in case if we need it. But this is what we have so far. So see how this is starting to get really nice and powdered up like that. Again, we're not using any sugars. Now we have our coconut. We're going to go ahead and throw in our coconut in here. It's about 2, 3, there you go. So now we're going to mix this up. I'm purposely not using the full coconut because again, if you want to use it as a garnish on top, you can use that. We're going to go ahead and mix this. So now that we have our mix, here we're going to go ahead and boil our chocolate. Remember, we're using dark chocolate for this. I know a lot of people might be like, oh my god, dark chocolate's gross, blah blah. It's actually extremely yummy. It also really depends on what kind of brand you get. Dark chocolate, it's actually really bitter. But if you get the right brand, they're actually really, really yummy. And I do that. But, so here I have some water boiling. And we're going to go ahead, take our chocolate. Oh crap. Okay, dummy me, I did not anticipate how big my pot was and how small my bowl was. Okay, so I transferred it in a bigger bowl. Here we have our dark chocolate. And I'm going to go ahead and put this in here like that. Grab me fork to just start The coconut oil will prevent the chocolate from sticking to the bowl, and it'll also help smoothen it out a lot better because we want a smooth texture to the dark chocolate, and so it will help in that. And also, like I said, the coconut oil cuts out. Bam. So it's already melting. It's already starting to melt. And you have to have it on low. Have the heat on low because chocolate, when it does melt, you don't want it to burn.
Handling hot things, so that is the only reason why I'm able to lift this sucker, and also with the steam it does not bother me, so I'm very used to that. But I do suggest using mitts when you're taking this off, so just make sure that you have some type of oven mitts, some protective wear when you are lifting this bowl. So let's move this out of the way. So this, now we're going to go ahead and take our mixture that we made, and we're going to lift this, take all our chocolate, we're going to drizzle this on here, like so. We're going to take all of this chocolate, make sure we get all of it in there. Oh my god, this smells so good! It smells so good! Yeah! Alright, so now we have our chocolates on here, so we're going to go ahead and mix this now. And I'm sorry if I keep looking at my viewfinder. So you want to do this really quick, okay? Go ahead. And you can see that the coconut oil really helps a lot in smoothing it out. So it is pretty warm, but I'm doing this solely for you guys. Okay, so you really want to make sure you have it mixed extremely well. It doesn't look that appetizing right now. I'm not gonna say what it looks like. No, I do not ever taste any of my food when I cook it until like afterwards, but luckily I know my ingredients really well, and holy crap. I don't even need to wash my hands. Okay, so here are our little clusters. I'm going to go ahead and pop these in the freezer real quick, and then when they're done, I'll take them out and show you guys. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get these out because these are done. Only about like maybe 15 minutes, depending on how many you're making. But see, my husband took one. But yeah, just about 15 minutes really should do it. And these end up turning out perfectly. So I'm very pleased. And okay, so what's the verdict? And just to show you what they all look like. La la. And I'm holding like super awkward. Alright, so these turned out perfectly. They're like nice and frozen and cold, but I mean, you can let them sit in the fridge. I would just store them in the fridge. Oh my god. It's so good. I love how you can taste everything. And the flaxseed just totally hides in there. Flaxseed is excellent because it's loaded with omega-3. It's loaded with omega-3 vitamins. It's really good for you, especially when you're pregnant. Baby really needs flaxseed. It really needs omega-3s. Don't hit me. This is by far has to be my favorite thing I've ever made dessert-wise. And trust me, I'm always experimenting with new stuff. But this is my own recipe. And yeah, this is so good. So good. Alright, I'm gonna go. If you guys like this video, like, comment, and subscribe.